Good morning, good evening, good everything to all of you that are listening up to Always at the Top podcast. When we have started this journey, we didn't expect to find so many of you. So thank you for always listening and tuning up into our channel, making yourself a better version, dedicating your time and effort to become the best version of yourself. So how can we truly become better? Well, we have to build up ourselves every single time. We need to raise up our life standards, and for that we have built a 15 series episode, and we are at the 14th episode on how to raise our life standards. And within each and every one of these episodes you can find well thought protocols, great topics, great information, answers to your different questions and difficult questions that you might have, so you can start to take small steps to become better in your life and to find your reason and purpose. So saying that, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and dedicate a little bit of time to push the like button and the notification button, so every time that we pop up a new video you can be notified and nothing can be skipped or forget from your part. So please take an effort to share it with your family and friends that we exist in this realm, and we are here to make a new path to find information more easier, and to find a way to implement the scientific protocols to become better and to make our habit last. So next step, please try to learn to walk the crawl or crawl the walk into every aspect of your lives, and because this is important. Subscribing is important. Subscribe, because we all need each other. And no matter what you do in your life, you never know whom you are touching, or you never know whom you are influencing with your subscription to our channel. So folks, this is the episode 24th, I believe, of Always at the Top podcast, and this is episode 14 on how to raise up your life standards. In this episode we will be focusing on how much blessed you are in your life, and how can we disconnect from all the negativity that surrounds us and from all the stress that is present into our daily life. But how to cope with such mechanisms like stress. Is stress bad all the time? Can we use stress to become better and to develop ourselves? How to focus our energy into our blessings, and how to invite other blessings into our lives. All and more we will explore into this brand new episode on how to be blessed and how to be a blessing for others. Let's dedicate our energy and our effort and time to this episode, because this topic will bring us to a new level of understanding, not only for yourself but for others too. And this topic will bring you more tools on how to always be at the top of your life and not to be discouraged every time that something pops up that you don't have control of. So let's start by defining the first questions as we always do. So what is blessing, or what is to be blessed, and what is stress? how these correlate to each other. Can we take advantage of our stress management? And how does that work? Can stress help into our daily life? And can stress help to define how blessed we truly are? By the day that we understand that we can benefit from stress, we will be more and more and more blessed into our life. So raising up your life standards means to incorporate with everything and to cooperate with everything that we are experiencing in our life. So let's dwell a bit more on this topic that will bring up to know and create much better for ourselves, for our families and friends, and everything that is happening into our great lives. So what being blessed means? Blessed can mean different things depending on the context. It can mean enjoying happiness, bliss, or good fortune. It can also mean bringing happiness, luck, or something you need. In a spiritual context, blessedness refers to our inner state of well-being and the prosperity of our souls in Christ. In Christianity, it can be used as a title for beatified person, such as the Blessed Virgin Mary. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, blessed means having been given help and protection by God, or having been called or made holy. Or as an adjective, blessed means luck, bring you happiness, or something that you need, lucky or happy to have something or experience something. But on the other hand, what does stress mean? Stress can be defined as any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or psychological strain, a biological response to a perceived threat triggered by chemicals and hormones. Stress can be defined as the body's natural response to physical and psychological challenges or threats. It's a condition or feeling experienced when demands exceed personal and social resources. Stress can be defined as any type of change that causes physical, emotional, or mental strain. Stress is your body's response to anything that requires attention or action. Everyone experiences stress to some degree. The way you respond to it, however, makes a big difference to your overall mental and physical well-being. Sometimes the best way to manage stress involves changing your situation. At other times, the best strategy involves changing the way you respond to the situation. Stress is a biological response to a perceived threat. It's caused by chemicals and hormones surging throughout your body. It can help you respond to a particular problem, but too much can harm your health. Stress triggers your fight or flight response in order to fight the stressor or run away from it. Typically, after the response occurs, your body should relax. Too much contraction of stress can have negative effects. Most people consider the definition of stress to be something that causes distress. The definition of stress for most people tends to focus on the negative feelings and emotions it produces. Almost every definition of stress also discusses certain resultant physical, psychological, or biochemical responses that are experienced or observed. However, stress is not always harmful, since increased stress results in increased productivity. A definition of stress should also embrace this type of healthy stress, which is usually involved when you ask someone about their definition of stress. Any definition of stress should also include good stress or EU stress. For example, winning a race or election is just as stressful as losing one. A passionate kiss and can be stressful, right? But overall, the same as having root not so good workspace can be stressful. Any definition of stress should explain the difference between eustress and distress. Stress is a biological response to a perceived threat. It's caused by chemicals and hormones surging throughout your body. It can help you respond to a particular problem, but too much can harm your health. Stress triggers your flight or fight response in order to fight the stressor or run away from it. Typically, after the response occurs, your body should relax. And as we already told, too much constant stress can have negative effects. But is all stress bad? Stress isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's what helped our hunter predecessors or ancestors survive, and it's just as important in today's world. It can be healthy when it helps you avoid an accident, meet a tight deadline, or keep your wits about you amid class. We all feel stressed at times, but what one person finds stressful may be different from what another finds stressful. An example of this would be public speaking. Some have the thrill of it, and others become paralyzed by the very thought of it. Stress isn't always a bad thing either. You will need a stressful day, and it will help you to claim your blessings. But stress should be temporary. Once you have passed the flight or fight scenario or moment, your heart rate and breathing should go down, should slow down, and your muscles should relax. In a short time, your body should return to its natural state without any lasting negative effects. On the other hand, severe, frequent, or prolonged stress can be mentally and physically harmful, and it's partially common. When asked, 80% of Americans reported or replied that they had at least one symptom of stress in the past month, and 20% reported being under extreme stress. Life it is what it is. It's not possible to eliminate stress completely, but we can learn to avoid it when possible and manage it when it's unavoidable. So let's define stress even more. So let's go more in depth of the description or definition of stress. Stress is a normal biological reaction to a potentially dangerous situation. When you encounter sudden stress, your brain floods your body and with chemicals and hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. That gets your heart beating faster and sends blood to muscles and important organs. You feel energized and have a really high awareness, so you can focus on your immediate needs. These are the different stages of stress, just like to have a better understanding of how stress evolves. The first stage is the alarm reaction stage. This stage refers to the initial symptoms the body experiences when under stress. Fight or flight response is a natural reaction and prepares you to either flee or protect yourself in dangerous situations. Your heart rate increases, your adrenal glands releases cortisol, a stress hormone, and you receive a boost of adrenaline, which increases energy. This flight or fight response occurs in the alarm reaction stage, and it knows and understands that this is normal. The body knows and understands that this is normal. The second stage is the resistant stage. After the initial shock of a stressful event and having a flight or fight response, the body begins to repair itself. It releases a lower amount of cortisol, and your heart rate and blood pressure begin to normalize. Although your body enters this recovery phase, it remains a high alert for a while, in high alert for a while. If you overcome stress and the situation is no longer an issue, your body continues to repair itself until your hormone levels, heart rate, and blood pressure reach a pre-stress state. Some stressful situations continue for an extended period of time. If you don't resolve the stress and your body remains on high alert, it eventually adopts and learns how to live with a higher stress level. In this stage, the body goes through changes that you are unaware of in an attempt to cope with stress. Your body continues to secrete the stress hormone and your blood pressure remains elevated. You may think you are managing stress well, but your body's physical response tells a different story. If the resistance stage continues for too long of a period without pauses to offset the effects of stress, this can lead to the exhaustion stage. Signs of the resistance stage include irritability, frustration, and some other signs. The exhaustion phase. This stage is the result of prolonged or chronic stress. Struggling with stress for long periods of time can change your physical, emotional, and mental resources to the point where your body no longer has strength to fight stress. You may give up or feel your situation is hopeless. And signs of exhaustion include fatigue, burnout, depression, anxiety, decreased stress tolerance, etc. The physical effects of this stage also weaken your immune system and put you at risk for stress-related illnesses. When does General Adaptation Syndrome occurs, or GAS? GAS can occur when any type of stressful events can include when you are jobless, or you have medical problems, or financial boundaries, or family breakthroughs, or trauma. But while stress is unpleasant, the upside in that GAS improves how your body responds to stressors, particularly in the alarm stage. The fight or flight response occurs in the alarm stage is your protection, is for your protection. A higher hormone level during this stage benefits you. It gives you more energy and improves your concentration so you can focus and tackle the situation. When stress is short-term or short-lived, the alarm stage isn't harmful. This isn't the case with prolonged stress. The longer you deal with stress, the more harmful it is for your health. You also don't want to remain in the resistance stage for too long and risk entering the exhaustion phase. Once you are in exhaustion phase, prolonged stress raises the risk of chronic high blood pressure, stroke, heart disease, and depression. You also have a higher risk for infection and cancer due to weaker immune system. So the takeaway here is that since it's not possible to eliminate every stressor, it's important to find ways to cope with stress. Knowing the signs and stages of stress can help you take appropriate steps to manage your stress levels and lower your risk of complications. It's essential for your body to repair and recover during the resistance stage. If not, your risk for exhaustion rises. If you can't eliminate a stressful event, regular exercise can help you cope and maintain a healthy stress level. Other techniques for stress management include meditation and deep breathing exercises. So let's talk now a little bit about the stress hormones. When you sense danger, the hypothalamus at the base of your brain reacts. It sends nerve and hormone signals to your adrenal glands, which release an abundance of hormones. Those hormones are nature's way of preparing you to face danger and increase your chances of survival. One of those hormones is adrenaline. You might also know it is the flight or fight hormone. In rapid fashion, adrenaline works to increase your heartbeat, increase your breathing rate, make it easier for your muscles to use glucose, contract blood vessels so blood is directed to the muscles, simulate perspiration, inhibit insulin production. And while this is helpful in the moment, frequent adrenaline surges can lead to damaged blood vessels because of the high resolution of this constriction. High blood pressure or hypertension, anxiety, insomnia, weight gain, a higher risk of heart attack and stroke, headaches. So although adrenaline is important, it isn't the primary stress hormone. Cortisol is. Stress and cortisol. As the main stress hormone, cortisol plays an essential role in stressful situations. Among its functions are raising the amount of glucose in your bloodstream, helping the brain use glucose more effectively, raising the accessibility of substances that help with tissue repair, restraining functions that are non-essential in a life-threatening situation, altering immune system response, affecting parts of the brain that control fear, motivation. All these help you deal more effectively with a high-stress situation. It is a normal process and crucial to human survival, but if your cortisol levels stay high for too long, it has a negative impact on your health. It can contribute to weight gain, high blood pressure, sleep problems, lack of energy, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, mental cloudiness, brain fog in other words, and other mental problems, a weakened immune system leaving you more vulnerable to infections, and it can also have a negative impact on your mood. But how to lower your cortisol levels naturally? Health professionals can help determine the cause of high cortisol levels and recommend treatment. You can also buy some lifestyle habits to help manage cortisol levels. Here are some recommendations. Get the right amount of sleep. Prioritizing sleep may help reduce cortisol levels. Chronic sleep issues such as obstructive sleep apnea, insomnia, or shift work are associated with higher cortisol. Insomnia refers to difficulty in sleeping. It can result for many things, including stress and destructive sleep apnea. This can increase circulating cortisol, which affects your daily hormone patterns, energy levels, and other facets of your health. Those on rotating shifts, for example, may have lower health outcomes such as obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, worsening mental health, etc. If you are a night shifter or rotary shift worker, you do not have complete control of your sleep schedule, but here are some things you can do to optimize your sleep. First of all, have a bedtime routine. Establishing a bedtime routine, a consistent bedtime routine, for example, shower, read a book, etc., can help your brain and body start winding down. Second, get to bed and wake up at the same time each day. A regular sleep schedule is one of the most effective ways to improve sleep. Third, exercise earlier in the day. Exercising regularly can improve sleep quality but should be done at least 2-3 hours before bedtime. Fourth, limit caffeine intake. Avoid consuming caffeine containing food and drinks around 6 hours before bed. Fifth, avoid nicotine and alcohol. Both substances can affect sleep quality and duration. Sixth, limit exposure to bright light at night. Around 45 to 60 minutes before sleep, reduce your exposure to bright and blue light. Instead of reaching for your phone in bed, try reading a book or listening to a podcast. 7. Go to bed to a quiet room. Limit interruptions using white noise, earplugs, and silencing your phone. 8. Take naps. If shift work shortens your sleep, napping can reduce sleepiness and prevent a sleep deficit. Napping may be good for you and for your sleep quality, especially if you take naps within 7 hours of bedtime. Practice good sleep hygiene can help to keep cortisol in normal rhythm. Keeping a consistent sleep schedule, avoiding caffeine 6 hours before bed, and staying off your cell phone right before bed are effective strategies. Another one recommendation is to get regular exercise. Exercising can increase it or decrease cortisol depending on the intensity. Intense exercise increases cortisol shortly afterward but decreases it a few hours later. This short-term increase helps coordinate the growth of the body to meet the challenge. Additionally, the size of the cortisol response lessens with routine training. Regular exercise can help reduce your risk of chronic disease, reduce stress, and improve overall health, according to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease. These can help lower cortisol over time. Regular exercise may lead to greater resilience to acute stress and may lower adverse health effects associated with stress, such as high cortisol. That said, overdoing it can have the opposite effect. Aim for around 150 to 200 minutes of mostly low to moderate intensity exercise each week, and allow yourself to rest between workouts. Exercising regularly can help you better manage stress and promote good health, which may help lower cortisol levels as well. So aim for around 150 to 200 minutes of low to moderate intensity exercise each week. The third consideration that you can take is learn to recognize stressful thinking. Adding a mindfulness-based practice to your daily routine may help you manage stress and reduce cortisol levels. Mindfulness-based stress reduction is a strategy that involves and become more self-aware of stress-provoking thoughts, accepting them without judgment or resistance, and allow yourself to process them. Training yourself to be aware of your thoughts, breathing, heart rate, and other signs of tension help you recognize stress when it begins. By focusing the awareness of your mental and physical state, you can become an objective observer of your stressful thoughts without judging. Recognizing stressful thoughts allows you to formulate a conscious and deliberate reaction to them. For example, a study involving 52 older adults with a type 2 diabetes in a mindfulness-based program showed that mindfulness training improved anxiety, stress, depression, and cortisol levels after the intervention. Another study suggests that regular practicing mindfulness may lower cortisol levels in people with generalized anxiety disorder. Practicing mindfulness can help you identify stressful thoughts and better manage them. Mindfulness-based practices such as meditation may help you reduce stress and lead to lower cortisol level. Breathe. Deep breathing is a technique for stress education and reduction that can be used anywhere. Take mindfulness-based practice. Controlled breathing helps stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, known as the rest and digest system, which helps lower cortisol levels. Incorporating belly or diaphragmatic breathing can help decrease stress and cortisol levels, according to a 2019 review of research. This practice is popular in mindfulness-based practices such as meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, etc., which place a strong emphasis on breathing and mindful connection. These practices can help lower cortisol and stress in your system. Deep breathing stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and lower cortisol levels. Meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong can help. The fifth consideration: have fun and laugh. Laughing promotes the release of endorphins and suppresses stress hormone such as cortisol. It is also linked with better mood, reduces stress and perceived pain, lower blood pressure, and a strong immune system. Both authentic and forced laughter can lead to lower levels of stress. For example, laughing yoga, a form of yoga that promotes deliberate boost of laughter may be helpful. Lower cortisol levels, reduce stress, improve moods, increases perceived energy levels. So developing hobbies can also promote feelings of well-being, which may conclude or translate to lower cortisol. This can include gardening, listening to music, dancing, etc. Tending to your own happiness can help keep cortisol levels down. If you are feeling stressed, try listening to music or make yourself laugh. Maintain healthy relationships is a sixth recommendation. Supportive relationships can translate to lower cortisol levels, according to a 2017 review of research. Supportive couples may result in a conflict, a lower conflict relationships, and in a short term and in a long term can lower your cortisol levels. A 2016 studies of conflict style in 88 couples found non-judgmental mindfulness had a more rapid return of cortisol to normal levels following an argument. Therefore, practicing compassion and empathy toward your partner and receiving it back may better manage your cortisol levels. Support from loved ones can also help reduce cortisol in the face of stress. For example, a study showed that having an affectionate interaction verbally or physically with a romantic partner or a platonic one, a friend, before a stressful activity resulted in lower stress-induced markers such as heart rate and blood pressure. Relationship with friends and family can lead to happiness and to stress. Spend time and lower stress. Spend time with your loved ones and learn to forgive and manage conflict for better emotional and physical health. The seventh one is take care of yourself. Relationships with take care of yourself by having a pet. Relationship with animals can also reduce cortisol levels. Interaction with a therapy dog reduce distress and cortisol during a minor medical procedure in children. A review research that looked at a more recent studies did not find noticeable differences in cortisol level in participants, but noticed other evidence of reduced stress and anxiety. So take care of your pets and they will take care of your anxiety level. Number 8, be your best self. Be your best self. Feelings of shame, guilt, or inadequacy can lead to negative thinking and dysregulated cortisol levels. This can include feeling stigmatized based on personal factors such as weight, sexual orientation, and race, among others. While you cannot directly control the stigma surrounding these individual factors, you may be able to take steps to help manage your feelings and respond to stigma. For some causes of guilt, fixing the source will mean making a change in your life. For other causes, learning to forgive and accept yourself and others can help you move on and improve your sense of well-being. Developing a habit of forgiving others is also critical in relationships. It can have numerous health benefits for both your physical and your psychological health. Resolving guilt improves life's satisfaction and cortisol levels. This may involve changing habits, forgiving others, or learning to forgive yourself. Number 9, tend to your spirituality. Developing your faith can also help improve cortisol levels. If you consider yourself spiritual, Older research suggests that adults who express spiritual faith experience lower cortisol levels in the face of life stressors such as illness. Prayer may also help reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. If you did not consider yourself spiritual, these benefits may also be approachable and available for you through meditation, developing a social support group, and performing acts of kindness. Number 10, eat a nutritious diet. While all food can be enjoyed in moderation, being mindful of the foods you eat may relieve symptoms of stress and help you better manage your cortisol levels. Regular high added sugar intake may result in elevated cortisol levels. Interestingly, a diet high in sugar may also suppress cortisol release during stress, and such events making it more difficult for your body to handle stressful situations. One study found that a diet high in added sugar, refined grains, and saturated fat lead to significantly higher cortisol levels than a diet with high in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and polysaturated fats. Research has shown a strong relationship between a healthy gut microbiome, all the microbes living in your gut essentially, and improved mental health. Therefore, consuming foods to support a healthy gut may help reduce stress and anxiety and improve overall health. Other foods that help manage cortisol include dark chocolate, contains many flavonoids which may buffer stress reactivity in the adrenal glands, resulting in lower cortisol release. Whole grains, unlike refined grains, whole grains are rich in plant-based polyphenols and fiber, which may support stress levels and gut health. Whole fruits and vegetables contain many antioxidants and polyphenolic compounds that fight cell-damaging free radicals and may help reduce cortisol levels. Legumes and lentils, high in fiber, they support a healthy gut while managing blood sugar levels. Green tea contains other polyphenols and a calming compound known as L-theanine, which has been linked to reduce stress and increase mental alertness. Probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are friendly, symbiotic bacteria in foods such as yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Prebiotics such as valuable fiber provide food for these bacteria. Both probiotics and prebiotics are linked to better gut and mental health. Healthy fats. A diet high in unsaturated fat and low in saturated fat is associated with better overall health and mental well-being. In particular, omega-3 fat acids are best linked with brain health and reduced stress. Good sources include fatty fish, nuts, and seeds. Water. Dehydration can temporarily increase cortisol levels, making drinking water throughout the day even more important. For better gut and mental health, opt for a nutrition-dense diet full of whole foods and vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and foods high in prebiotics and probiotics. And drink a lot of water. Number 11 that you might consider is to take certain supplements. In addition to a nutrition-dense diet, certain supplements may also support lower cortisol levels. Fish oil is one of the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are thought to reduce cortisol. Longitudinal cohort study involving 2,724 participants showed that having high omega-3 levels in the blood was associated with lower levels of inflammation and cortisol. Though you can get omega-3 from fish, you can also opt for a fish oil supplement. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen herb widely used in traditional medicine to treat anxiety and help people adapt to stress. A randomized controlled trial in 60 adults showed reduced cortisol levels after taking 250 or 600 milligrams of ashwagandha extract for 8 weeks, while the control group showed no significant changes. Other research suggests ashwagandha extract may be effective in reducing cortisol levels and reducing symptoms of anxiety. Larger studies are still needed though to be done. If you want to try ashwagandha, be sure it's a form of a company with third-party verification. Fish oil and ashwagandha extract may help reduce anxiety and cortisol levels in the body, though more research is still needed. Now let's dwell a little bit more on the types of stress. There are several types of stress, including acute stress, episodic acute stress, chronic stress. Acute stress happens to everyone. It's the body's immediate reaction to a new and challenging situation. It's the kind of stress you might feel when you narrowly escape a car accident. Acute stress can also come out of something that you actually enjoy. It's the something frightening yet thrilling feeling you get on the roller coaster, for example, or when you strike down a steep mountain shape or whatever. These incidents of acute stress don't normally do any harm. They might even be good for you. Stressful situations give your body and brain practice in developing the best response to future stressful situations. Once the danger passes, your body system should return to normal. Severe acute stress is a different story though. This kind of stress, such as when you face a life-threatening situation, can lead to a post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, or other mental health problems. Episodic acute stress. Episodic acute stress is when you have frequent episodic of acute stress. This might happen if you are often anxious or worried about things you suspect may happen. You might feel that your life is chaotic and all the time. Certain professions such as law enforcement or firefighters might also have these frequent high stress situations. As with severe acute stress, episodic acute stress can affect your physical health and mental well-being. Chronic stress. When you have high stress levels for an extended period of time, you have chronic stress. Long-term stress like this can have a negative impact on your health. It may contribute to anxiety, cardiovascular disease, depression, high blood pressure, or weakened immune system. Chronic stress can also lead to frequent ailments such as headaches or an upset stomach and sleep difficulties. Gaining insights into the different types of stress and how to recognize them may help. What are the causes of stress? Some typical causes of acute or chronic stress include living through natural or man-made disaster, living with chronic illnesses, surviving a life-threatening accident or illness, being a victim of a crime, or experiencing familiar stressors such as a disruptive relationship, a bad marriage, or a prolonged divorce procedures, child custody issues, and etc. Caregiving for a loved one with chronic illnesses like dementia, living in poverty or being homeless, working in a dangerous profession, having little work-life balance, working long hours, or having job problems, or a job that you hate, or military deployment. There is no end to these things that can cause a person's stress because they are as varied as people are. Whatever the cause, the effect on the body can be serious if left unmanaged. The symptoms of stress. Just as we each have different things that stress us out, our symptoms can also be different. Although you are likely to have them all, here are some things you may experience if you are under stress. You may experience chronic pain, insomnia, and other sleep problems, lower sex drive, digestive problems, eating too much or too little, difficulty concentrating and making decisions, fatigue. You might feel overwhelmed, irritable, or fearful. Whether you are aware of it or not, you may be drinking or smoking more than you used to. Stress headache. Stress headaches, also known as tension headaches, are due to tense muscles in the head, face, and neck. Some of the symptoms of a stress headache are mild to moderate dull head pain, a band of pressure around your forehead, tenderness of the scalp and forehead. Stress ulcer. A stomach ulcer is a sore on the lining of your stomach that caused by infection, long-term use of drugs, rare cancers, and tumors. Stress eating. Some people react to stress by eating, even if they are not hungry. If you find yourself eating without thinking, you might be stress eating. When you stress eat, you take in a lot more calories than you need, and you are probably not choosing the healthiest food. This can lead to rapid weight gain and a loss of health, and a lot of health problems tend to be more present in your life. Stress at work. Work can be a source of great stress for any number of reasons. Stress at work can come in a form of feeling you lack power or control over what happens, feeling stuck in a job you don't like, and seeing no alternatives, being made to do things you don't think you should do, experiencing a conflict with a co-worker, having too much asked of you, or being overworked. Stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety often go hand in hand. Stress comes from the demands placed on your brain and body. Anxiety is when you feel high levels of worry, unease, or fear. Having both stress and anxiety can have a severe negative impact on your health, making you more likely to develop high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, panic disorder, depression. Stress management. The good of stress management isn't to get rid of it completely. It's not only impossible, but as we mentioned, stress can be healthy uh, in some situation. In order to manage your stress, first you have to identify the things that causes your stress or your triggers. Figure out which of these things can be avoided. Then find ways to cope with those negative stressors that can't be avoided. Over time, managing your stress levels may help lower your risk for stress-related diseases, and it may help you feel better and on a daily basis too. Here are some basics ways to start managing stress. Maintain a healthy diet. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Exercise regularly. Minimize your use of caffeine and alcohol. Stay socially connected so you can get and give support. Make time for rest and relaxation and self-care. Learn meditation techniques such as deep breathing. And all of this is bringing to the one question of this topic that is truly good. Why is it important to focus on your blessings? Focusing on your blessings is important because it helps us to reflect on the goodness and blessings of God, which can help us put things into perspective and give us the courage to move forward. Counting blessings can make us more grateful for what we have and for those around us, and can boost our happiness and make us more positive people. 10 reasons why you should count your blessings to boost positivity. Why you should count your blessings first? Because they give you many benefits. Have you ever known a person who radiated positivity all the time? They attract people from all around them with their cheerful nature and friendly disposition. And you too can be like that person, just so you know. What does it take? You should cut negativity out of your life and go for more positive thinking. To activate this, you can start by taking inventory of all the reasons why you should be more grateful every day. Let's explore them all. And the means, by the way. Positive people have a happier view of life. When you count your blessings, you have a happier view of life. You are more grateful for what you have and for those around you. Researchers suggest that being thankful changes your brain for better. It boosts your happiness and makes you a more positive person. Here are some few tips to boost your feelings of gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write everything that you are grateful for every day. Look back at your list whenever you are feeling down or struggling to be thankful. Practice gratitude. Make your goal to be grateful at work or at school or at home. Make an effort to smile and say thank you to the people around you. You will be surprised at the positive impact it has on them and on you. Send a gratitude message. Thank them for every way they are making an impact in your life. You will feel less stress if you are a more positive person. And count your blessings. Counting your blessings make you feel less stress. It's not that you don't have problems in life, but you are able to bounce back from difficulties because your point of view is in a different level, is more positive. You can reboot quickly when times are tough. Stress has many adverse side effects, and your mind and body too. So here are just a few. Stress blurs your eyes, your view of life. Small things are much more significant than usual. Stress overshadows everything in your life. Stress ruins your relationship. You do not want to be around people, and when you are, you're cynical. Stress causes you to gain weight because you are eating to elevate the burden you feel. Stress makes you look older. Stress causes worry, which shows in your face. You feel exhausted and lack of motivation to take care of yourself. Stress weakens your immune system, so you are more prone to illness. Positivity might mean you will live longer. A bit positive people worry less, feel less stress, and genuinely feel more optimistic about life. One study found out that individuals who are confident live longer than most people, up to 85 or older. They have a healthier way of doing life and being in life because they tend to take better care of themselves with exercise and good eating. They are positive about their future, so they live life to the fullest. Improved friendships result from a more positive outlook. Nobody likes to spend their time with a pessimist who pulls everyone down with their negative views. Negative people expect the worst and nothing is ever right about their life. Counting your blessings make you a happier person. People enjoy being around you because you are not down on life. You can laugh and enjoy being around your friends because you feel hopeful about your experience and want to enjoy your friendships. Sleep better when you count your blessings. Being grateful is a side effect of counting our blessings. Grateful people worry less and consequently they sleep better for a more extended amount of time. Researchers suggest that you should write down several things you feel grateful for in life every night. Positive thoughts arise from positivity. Counting your blessings influences your thinking, so your thoughts dwell on what you are thankful for instead of what's wrong, right. Even if you have difficult situation going on in your life, positivity helps you feel like you can get through them. It boosts your confidence so you feel like you can cope even in the toughest of situations. Dwelling on bad things that can happen only brings you down and makes you feel depressed. When you count your blessings, you feel more peaceful. Peace of mind and feeling happy are two incredible side effects of counting your blessings. Feeling peaceful gives you a positive view of life. A quiet mind makes you feel peaceful and calm. You will be able to problem solve, finding creative ways to get things done because your brain won't be encumbered with your burdens and fears. Peace is a precious treasure to have in good times and bad times. No one's life is perfect, but there is always something good to be found. Positive people feel more happy and hopeful for the future. The simple act of counting your blessings increases your hopefulness. Hopeful people are thankful and content. They feel a sense of purpose and they are willing to help others. Their peace and positivity are demonstrated in their life. Hope is contagious. When you are around someone who is optimistic for the future, it inspires you to be hopeful too. Enjoy a healthier lifestyle. When you count your blessings, the act makes you feel grateful and optimistic always. One study suggests that optimists are less apt to develop coronary heart disease than pessimists. They are also less prone to have high blood pressure. Besides, a grateful attitude helps you want to be more physically active and healthy. Gratitude improves your attitude. Doctors say that optimism gives you flexibility and the ability to adapt to challenging situations because you can think through issues. You will boost your ability to cope. Being aware of your blessings doesn't mean you ignore the hard things in your life, but you see problems as opportunities to overcome. You see yourself as able to get through. Studies found that optimists are most successful at facing bad situations than pessimists. And if this means their life goals, even if this means that life goals get interrupted. How can you count your blessings? It is often helpful to write down your blessings. Seeing the list, it is a tangible reminder of all the things you have to be thankful for. So here's a list of simple blessings to get started. Food, clothing, a place to live, your neighborhood, your car, your yard, your town, your family, your friends, your work, and the list can go on and on. What gets in the way of you counting your blessings? It is surprising that not everyone counts their blessings, but it happens. Even though you know it can make you feel healthier and happier, sometimes you just don't feel like it. So what can you do? Watch a sad movie. That's right. For some reason, a tragic film tends to make you feel happier than a happy movie. So give it a try. Think about your worst times. Looking back at the most challenging times in your life can help you gain perspective of the present. Think about death. It is not a happy thought, but death is inevitable. Think about how you want to live now so you won't have regrets later. Final thought on how you will benefit from counting your blessings. Counting your blessing isn't hard, but it can change your life. When you keep track of all the good things in life, you'll be more optimistic. Optimism makes you feel more positive about your experience and hopeful for your future. Being confident and grateful goes hand in hand. They make you healthier, enable you to become happier and boost your positivity. Your attitude will change and your brain will become more powerful. So why not begin counting your blessings today? Who knows, you may also make it all the way to 100 counting of blessings. So this is it for today, folks. It's been an immense pleasure to have been talking about this topic. So why to count our blessings, why to focus on the blessings, and to see it all through the lenses of stress and stressors, hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, and how to tackle them, and what are the stages of stress, and everything that we have been talking for 1 hour and 10 minutes now. It has been so powerful, and there are a lot of tools and mechanisms and protocols for you guys to incorporate into your daily routine. So take your time here, come back to this episode 1, 2, 3 more times to gain all the perspectives and the information that is in here for your benefit to become and to raise up your life standards. So thank you once more for being here at this virtual stage that we have. So please spread the word with your friends and family that we are here, and make them subscribe to our channel, because we need you. Other people need us. so we can expand our territories to the north, south, west, and east. So please subscribe. It has been an immense pleasure. Next episode we will talk all about positive affirmations and how they can be the defining act of turning everything around for better. So stay tuned for the next episode, folks. It has been a pleasure to talk to you. See you next time. Happy days. TK here.